the desk in front of you lie several colorful pamphlets with a variety of people featured on them. Most of them are around your age and they appear to be enjoying themselves. Within these pamphlets is the key to your future. One of the most important decisions of your life will be based on which of these college brochures catches your eye. This is a common scenario faced by the American graduate, deciding the course of their lives before most have really begun to live them. These kids are choosing a place to live, what career they want to pursue, and most of them are signing off on a lifetime worth of loans. Why would they do this? Simply because it's what's expected of them. For the last 12 years or so, they have been in the educational system, and after graduating, many are pressured to continue into it blindly. According to several studies, such as the one on Forbes.com, those students jumping straight from high school to college face a larger dropout rate. This is why it is so important for students to take a gap year. A gap year is a year any significant amount of time students take to explore their interests and learn more in a non-traditional way. Students that partake in a gap year benefit in ways such as finding a career they wish to pursue, gaining life experience, and they are exposed to learning outside of the classroom setting. According to Penn State Academic Advising Journal, some 50% of high school students are unsure of which field they want to pursue in college. Students that take a gap year may not always come back knowing exactly what they want to do with the rest of their college careers, but they are given more of a chance to think on it. Taking a gap year can open them up to new areas of study they may not have previously considered. This is especially true for those who travel during their gap year. Getting out of the norm of their everyday lives lets them experience new and interesting things. Also, the change of scenery and culture can show them a different path than the ones they are used to. This is a time designated for self-reflection, and as such, it is perfect to explore the various likes and dislikes one may have. While exploring, they may discover a hidden passion. Given the abundance of time they have to self-reflect, they may rekindle an old hobby they had previously abandoned, or even pursue an activity they had always found interesting, but they are far too busy for. This year is not just about student self-scrutiny. It can also be used to help them prep to go into their designated career path. If they find an area of study in which they find interesting or appealing, they can job shadow careers for it. This will let them know if it's what they're looking for. They could even do an internship in their desired field and get some college credit. In the long run, life experience can be a valuable tool to have at your disposal, and a great opportunity to gain some is through a gap year. This time can be used to discover new things and meet new people. Those students who travel during their gap year have ample opportunity to do just this. They get to experience a different world from the one they are used to, meet new people, and learn the details of a culture firsthand. They can also visit the famous historical sites and learn how each affected that community and the role it played in shaping the area's history. Whether students travel or stay home during their gap year, they'll have plenty of chances to meet new people. Creating new relationships and working on their communication skills will help them later in life. Making connections will also help them to get ahead, whether it be in their work or whether it be in the workforce or with their future education. Another new endeavor for students could be starting a small business. Many students are already working during their gap year to save money for their college tuition. Starting their own business could make them some money and let them really get creative. It's also a great chance to expand their entrepreneurial skills and learn more about what it takes to run a business. Just because you're not in school during a gap year does not mean you won't still be learning. Out of the classroom and into the world, let students pursue new avenues of learning, such as learning a new language. According to Global Citizens Year, those students who travel can fully immerse themselves and learn from native speakers of the language. Also, for those students who stay home, they can take the initiative and enroll in some online courses to practice their skills, or even sign up for some local foreign language classes. Another way to learn outside the classroom is to explore or travel. Traveling during a gap year teaches students about different cultures all over. Going to new places and immersing themselves amongst the people there can teach them more about their lifestyles than just reading about them from textbooks. Seeing where they live and how they interact and what they do for fun will teach them more than what they could learn in the classroom. Another way to continue learning is to pursue a more tactical learning style. Students do this by learning a new trade. Spending time working with their hands and learning from a professional gives the students invaluable knowledge. They not only learn a new and practical skill, but also life lessons. As you can see, the benefits of taking a gap year far outweigh the negatives. Students who partake in this are more likely to have an easier time finding a career to pursue, gain life experience, and they get more exposure to learning outside of the classroom setting. According to the studies conducted by the Gap Year Association, students who take a gap year or a break from before college are more likely to finish and get their degree. So whether you are a student or no one getting ready to graduate, you should encourage them to take a gap year. I can guarantee that they will thank you for it in the long run.